Hello, Studs Up. How's it going? Studs Up. How are you doing this morning, Mira and Elle? Hello. How are you? Good to see you guys. This is kind of another impromptu live stream. And let me do my usual intro. All right, so I do want to get a little business out of the way, though, and I say that just to kind of give you guys a heads up. We are facing, I want to say, 50 to 60 mile an hour winds right now. So, with that said, being in the desert and everything, sometimes power goes out and all of that kind of fun stuff. So, I just want to kind of give you guys a heads up that if you lose me, that's why. There are gale force winds out. We don't get tornadoes or anything like that, but it feels like we do. The garage is rocking and nobody's knocking because they're getting blown away. So, I did want to let you guys know, hey, if for some reason the live stream goes dead without warning, or without the usual anything, the reason for that is because the wind is blowing. Dorothy is just gone. She took Toto with her, and it is crazy windy out. So, like I said, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that if something happens and the wind goes crazy, we may lose power. Okay? So, with that out of the way, I do want to do the membership options comment. And then I will get to comments and all that kind of fun stuff here shortly in just a minute. Pin this message. After these messages, we'll be right back. All right, going back up, Studs Up. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Mira, hello. More sorting. Yes, I have a couple more bins of sorting, and I want to rock those out. I won't be on too long this morning. I do have plans with my in-laws. This is kind of an impromptu again. I was supposed to have a meeting with a client. And they weren't feeling good, so they canceled, unfortunately, but that's okay. So I'm able to come on with you guys. Alex K, hey guys, I am at my Nana's. Awesome. Hopefully you're having fun with her. Mira says, good, how are you? I am good. Mira says, oof, should we lose your stream? Stay safe. Yeah, it's like I said, it's pretty windy right now, so it's pretty crazy. The clouds look awesome. It looks like there's a storm a coming, but unfortunately, everything near us is like clear as day, other than it's super duper windy. So, Mo Bricks, good morning, everybody, and good morning right back at you. Alex K. Oh no, 36. That's bad. It is quite windy and it is snowing here. Yeah, I would love rain and snow. I really would. That would be awesome. Um, saying hi to people. Saying hi to people. My membership post. Okay. Mo Bricks. I pulled a 36 bricks up all night. Uh, Christian, hey, buddy, how's it going? I hope you are doing well. And again, quick plug, real quick. Please like, share, and subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. If you like what you see and would like more content, please go to patreon.com/36bricks. Again, patreon.com/36bricks. The link is in the pinned post. That way you can check out more content. I have some memberships starting as low as $3 and going up from there depending on the content that you would like. Some of them involve access to our Discord server, live meet and greets, phone calls, all that kind of fun stuff, or phone chats, or voice chats, I should say. All that kind of fun stuff. So, again, if you're interested, please sign up. If not, I totally understand. All memberships do help the channel. I am not in it for the money by any means, but it does help as everything goes back into the channel and sets and all that kind of fun stuff. Going back to chat. Your microphone is too loud. I apologize. While I am live, unfortunately, I can't do anything about that. You can turn down the volume on your computer a little bit if that helps. Alex K, that's it. Yep. It has then still a bad quality because it is over-regulated. I'm not sure what that means. It might be. It could be how close I am to the mic. I can try to turn it. How does that sound? Let me go a little. Like I can adjust it a little bit, but I don't know. Is that better? It could just be my voice. How's that? It could be my voice and how close I am to the mic itself. The mic is on my camera, and I have my camera close to my face because I do have some viewers that are hearing impaired and need to read my lips. So they do have CC and stuff like that, but reading lips and stuff is a preference. So I want to make it available for everybody. Let me know how the volume is at this point. I did turn it down, but I don't know how fast it adjusts. Mo Bricks, have you ever thought about creating levels in your city? Yes. I haven't started creating levels or anything like that. The reason for that is because my as I kind of mentioned before, this wall over here, I'm thinking of putting shelves so that I can store my parts, which means I will be moving my tables yet again. and moving my city around yet again. So if I am going to do levels, I want to wait until I establish and confirm where my city is going to be for good, and then move from there. One of the issues with doing levels is, excuse me, is structure and stability. What I'm kind of thinking is basically I have my city here. I'm going to move it over this way and have that back wall. I'm thinking maybe part of my city and have that as a higher level. That way you see mountain ranges and stuff like that in the background, but it just depends. Let's see. Going back to chat, Christian says maybe it's the mic. It is a bit better. Alex Kate, Mo Bricks, how can you build a leveled part of a table with tools you need and how much it would cost? So you can always level your table depending on how big your table is. Essentially, you would be like putting a table on top of a table. So you can put a smaller table, say like a 1 foot table that is only like 1 foot off the ground, on top of your regular table, and that gives you that much more level or height. It gives you a little bit more stability. A lot of people do that, especially when they do trains. And what they'll do is they'll run the train under that secondary table. So essentially, it's kind of like, okay, so this is your table here. And then you take and you build, well, let me do a different. And you sit here, you build another layer on top of that table. Well, say it's like this. Actually, I'll do this. There you go. So essentially what it would be is like that would be your table. So just imagine table legs. And I'm just, having fun with this. I'm just, throwing this around. So bear with me. It's not like perfect or anything like that. But basically what she's talking about is, so this bottom plate would represent your table, okay? And then on top of that table, you have another table on top, and it doesn't have to be the same size. Your table could be 3 feet high, but then the table on top of that table is only like 1 foot tall. So the reason people do that is to give height and depth to their city, but then also if you're doing a train, you can run that train under, and it will give, like, again, more perspective and stuff like that. And then on this side of the table, you could have like a mountain range or something like that in there as an additional scene. And yes, I have thought about that. I do have plans for that, but I also limit my table height and my I also limit the height of my builds. I don't want to do big, 13-story skyscrapers or anything like that. I limit my builds to, I've changed it. I used to limit it to three stories plus roof, and now I'm going no more than 5 stories plus roof. So it depends. So that's how you would generate levels. So it just, it varies. I mean, people do different things for their city. It also depends on the room and the layout that you want, all that kind of fun stuff. For example, Mr. Bricky Boo, what basically his room is all along the walls is his city. So his city is depth-wise is only like 3 feet deep, 3 to 4 feet deep. But his layers, or what he does for his cities, is they're layered up. That way his lowest part of the table might be like 2 feet off the ground, but then he has another layer that's like another foot off the ground, and then another layer behind that for another foot off the ground, and that's to have volume and all that kind of fun stuff. So Alex K, I can hear still, but not everything. And again, it could be the wind. There's a lot of factors going on right now because we do have extremely high winds right now. Mo Brick says the sound is cool, or that sounds cool. I've seen some people use Duplo as a base, like a wannabe Mills plate for the modular buildings to elevate them. That's crazy because they will eventually bow. Yeah, I mean, it just depends. I wouldn't... If I'm going to elevate my city like that... Holy cow. If I'm going to elevate my city like that, I'm just going to use a table. I think it's a little bit more sturdy. And if I'm going to do that, I'm also going to probably put it up on the wall. So... I may do it something similar to this setup, but I may do something to where, so if this is my, I'm gonna do this. There you go. Oh, awesome. So if that's my table, okay, that's my main table. I may have it set up to where I do something like this, where I put together a separate table altogether. Behind that, and there be a walkway in between, not an access point, but a walkway, and then a bridge over that, so I can have access to both. So I might, extend it, like if this was my city, how you were looking at it now, but then turn it this way, I may have it like that, so it gives depth and perspective. So, Alex K, what is the best tool so you don't use thousands of bricks, and I do not have the tables that you construct? I have those Costco tables that I got at Walmart, and those are plastic-like. Yeah, Mo, I saw your back wall flex. Yeah, it's seriously windy out. It's crazy windy out. John Evans, good morning and afternoon, everybody. Good morning and afternoon to you too. So Alex K, the tools. So I would not recommend plastic tables. First and foremost, I know those are affordable. And when you say plastic tables, I assume you're talking about the fold-up tables. So the problem with those tables is they bow. They either bow up or bow down. They don't bow tamarind, but they bow up or bow down. I think that's the name on that. So anyway, so I would recommend getting a solid wood table. So the issue is with the fold-up tables, they obviously are folded up, but then when you pan them out, there's still that bow, and if you're trying to build a city, it won't run flat. Over time, it'll flatten out, and they do try to be as flat as possible, but those tables can only hold so much weight. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Legos are not just expensive, but they're heavy. Jeez. So, they're, like I said, they're not just expensive. They are heavy, and the more you put on them, the heavier the table and the weight is. I want to say the max capacity on a lot of those tables is 200 pounds, which may seem like a lot, but when you start adding, I mean, each of these, I think the smaller modulars are anywhere from 5 to 10 pounds. So, and that's the regular set. When you start mocking things out, and a lot of that stuff doesn't have interiors. So when you start mocking stuff out, and you have 10 pounds per building, if not more, the weight starts to collapse. And with those tables, if the legs aren't done properly, they can literally collapse on you, and then your city is gone. And I am not a construction guy by any means, but I did build these, and it cost me. It was actually cheaper to build these than it was to buy like the IKEA ones or the folding tables. Like, it cost me about $100 to build this table, and I know those folding tables are only like 40, but you can see this is a 4-foot by 8-foot table that is sturdy and can hold 1,000 pounds, and it's on wheels and everything, so I can move it if I want to. Versus a folding table that's $40 and is only like 3 feet by 6 feet. I mean, this is a long table. I mean, I have plenty of space, so to me it's always been. I'm always going to say build it, even if you don't know what you're doing. And I didn't know what I was doing. There are videos online that can show you how to build a table, and all you need is a screw gun, some screws, and the wood. There's not much to it. Going back to chat, too late, I already have the plastic tables up. Well, I mean, it's good for now, but keep in mind, as far as long-lasting stability, a wood table is going to be far better than a plastic table. Dion Botcher, good morning. Good morning, sir. How are you feeling today? Mo Bricks, saying hi to everybody. What was that, Alec? The noise, that was probably, I have some metal folding chairs outside, and it's gotten so windy that they just knocked down. And again, it is extremely windy out. So, so that's what those were. Ned B. So build a real table. Morning, Mo. I did build a real table. This is a real table. Mo Bricks. Ned B, should I time you out? If you have to, Mo, I'm watching on the big screen, chatting on my phone. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Dion Botcher, hey, Mo, John, Ned, and Alex. Saying hi. Alex K. I know it is something weird, and it is really stressful because one part is flat and the other table is down or up. Plus, I have 4 of those tables, which is $160. Exactly. I built 2 of these tables, and I have folding tables. I think I have 12 of them. The reason why is because I plan on doing events, and I bought a bunch of tables. So I have those same folding tables. So I totally understand, and I was going to use them. But when you're talking about having flat base plates and trying to put those all on there, it does get rather hard. And then once you start adding the weight, and again, when you're talking like these small buildings here, the 30, I would say each 32 by 32 weighs at least 5 to 10 pounds. Okay, in Lego. That doesn't account for the road plates. It doesn't account for my MOCs that I create, and the MOCs, I mean, like my hospital weighs probably 15 pounds, and it's not even finished. I don't even have all of the interiors in there, and it could weigh more. I don't know. I've never weighed them. I mean, I can only guess that my Hidden Side High School is at least 30 pounds. Stark Tower is probably 10 pounds. What's it called? The Ghostbusters firehouse that I have, at least 15 to 20 pounds. Um, so so when you start adding that kind of weight, and again, I haven't put any cars on in my city. I haven't laid out any trees. I haven't done any any further details. I haven't put minifigs in my city or any of that. So the weight really adds up rather fast. So just be prepared for that. You may wake up one morning and start hearing the noise that I'm hearing outside with everything getting blown away. Um, Alex K, wow, you need to evacuate soon before everything gets damaged or destroyed. I mean, that is what we do in Tornado Alley when it is really windy and raining and storming. I still remember yeah. We don't get tornadoes or anything here. We just get, they call them Santa Ana winds. um, we just get really, really strong winds, but there's no huge tornadoes. Like it's not like that. We're not getting 100-mile-an-hour winds or anything like that. In fact, I'm kind of curious. Let me look it up real quick. And Mo, I saw you say something. I'll get to your comment in a minute. Weather.com. Let me go to today. We have a wind advisory. So we have basically what weather.com is saying for our area is there's a wind advisory in effect, and we have 35-mile-an-hour winds with gusts up to or it can exceed 55-mile-an-hour winds, and that is what I'm feeling. I agree with that. Mo Briggs. When tiling an interior hardwood or floor, look what tile sizes have you noticed work the best. I know the structure dictates the sizes, but have you used a common size that you like? Yes. Well, so this is what I like to do. Um, when it comes to tiling interiors, I prefer 1x4 tiles. I prefer 1x2 tiles. I prefer 2x2 tiles. When it comes to patterns, I try to stick with 1x2s and 1x4s. But like you said, it depends on structure. Um, it just kind of depends on the situation. And what when it comes to jumpers, I always put jumpers down as well. The reason why is because when you put mini builds, it's easy to pop those out and just put them on jumpers. So let me see if I can get an example for you. Let me pull something up real quick. Okay, so here is a base plate. Say you have your structure here. Okay, and I'm just, like I said, this is not going to be fancy or neat or anything like that. I'm just kind of messing around. Oh, I had some jumpers here. Okay, so there's your structure. Okay, there's your, obviously you're going to throw in, say this is your door. So say that's your front door. That, now that I look at it. So there you go. You have your standard building layout. Let me read some chats real quick. Where do you live? I'm looking at weather 2. That is F1 tornado winds. It doesn't surprise me. Hi everybody. Please remember to like the stream. Thank you for the plug. Alex K. Oh wow. I just looked at CBS LA weather. Looks like trees are down in Long. Yeah, no, trees fall over all over in Southern California. Dion, that's one problem with living in the sticks. Every time we get 100 winds, trees fall around my house. It worries me that it's one thing. One might fall on the house. Yeah, no, we have the same thing. In fact, we got contacted. What was it? 2 months after we moved in, our insurance company sent us what I felt was kind of a nasty email saying, hey, we did an evaluation of your property. You have trees around your house. You need to clear them or your policy will be canceled. And I took a bit, and they sent me pictures. And I was like, first and foremost, we didn't even live here when you so-called took those pictures. And you took them from the street. And so from the perspective that you have, yeah, it looks like there's trees all above our house. But if you actually looked at it from a different angle, you would know that there's actually no trees around our house, except for the back ones, which we are totally aware of and have every intention on doing at our leisure. So I basically said, you. John Evans, real quick. Man, I live on the Gulf, and if we evacuated every time it was rainy, we never be out. Yeah, I mean, winds are winds. They're going to happen. And in our area, there are windy seasons. That's the thing. I think that's the misconception with Southern California sometimes. Everybody thinks, oh, it's, 70 degrees all the time. No, it's not. It gets very hot. It gets very windy. We don't have rainstorms all that much. I wish we did. So it kind of sucks. Anyway, going back to Mo. Sorry, Mo. So this is your basic building structure. This is what a 16 by 16 base plate. So here it is. So what I will do is, depending, and hopefully you can see this. So depending on what I plan to do with my building, I will use a lot of these 2x2s to go around. But if, say for example, I want to put in a couch, okay, I will put a 2x2 jumper in Typically, I'll put 2 in right there, okay, and then continue on, okay. The reason for that is because, say this was the couch, I can literally just pop it on, and then when I need to pop it off, it's easy and remote. Or when I need to move it, if I feel everything's going to adjust, then I can easily just pop it back on, pop it off, and have no issues. Same with in the middle of the floor. If you're doing a couch or something like that, you just, you adjust it how you need to, and move on. So that's what I like to do. I prefer the 1x2 or the 2x2s, but if all you have is the 1x1s, because I know when we went to the Lego store they had a bunch of these, and I've gotten cupfuls of this dark tan color. I have cupfuls of white, and I have cupfuls of black. That way I can do patterns and stuff like that, and it look rather nice. Going back to chat. It never rains in Southern California. Right? Yeah. It doesn't rain in Southern California. And it doesn't pour either. It doesn't pour by any means. Dion, same John. I live 1 hour from the mountains, and the winds and rain are heavy. Yeah, and so for those that don't know, what happens when you're near the winds or the mountains is the wind hits those mountains, because a lot of east there's no mountains. Like once you hit the Rockies, a lot of it's just flat land, except unless you start going north. So if you have a mountain here, it's basically a wall for the wind. The wind comes up, hits it, and bounces off. And the only reason it doesn't cause tornadoes is because you don't have the fluctuation in temperature. The reason for tornadoes is you have a fluctuation in temperature that when they come, you've got hot wind and cold wind, and it starts to spin. Now we basically do have small tornadoes from time to time, but they're nothing. They wouldn't even be classified as F1s, and they're just dust storms or stuff like that. And Mobricks, I have something else to show you, because I want to show you a practical thing of what I've used in that same method. Alex Dion Butcher, wow, this reminds me of storm in Iowa. What happens back in August? Man, the day was crazy. Some people lost power. Everyone did not have internet. We cleared everything. Dion, that's serious. Alex and scary. Mobrick says thanks. Alex K, I have not had internet for 3 days, but I feel grateful because the street next to me had no power at all. Just look at YT and search up IA, the storm, August 10th, 2020. Mobricks, did you see the reworkable hospital made from 2 corner garages sets? It looks like cedar cyanide with a walkway. No, I haven't. That would be cool to see, though. Yeah, that would be really cool. Okay, so let me show you the next step in what I was talking about here. So this, my friend, is the first floor of my Sanctum Sanctorum. Okay? So as you can see, everything's tiled on the bottom. You see that there's jumpers here and there. Those jumpers are basically for minifigs when I put them in. All of these are modular in that you can pop them all out. And Mo, let me know if you can't see this. So you can pop all of these out without any issue whatsoever. Oh, you kind of get the point. Okay, I can even pop out this staircase. But I'm not going to because it is a pain in the butt to get in and out. But that gives you an idea of it. As you saw, it was easy for me to take everything out, and now I'm going to pop everything back in. Oh, this belongs. Where does this belong? I think up here. So now I'm going to pop everything back in. Just a minute. Oh no, that wasn't there. And bam, Bob's your uncle. And this also allows you to not have to worry about interiors right away. In that, as you can see, you can just pop it out or pop them back in, pop them out, and you're good to go. So if you have an idea of what you have but have to order parts or what have you, you can always do the interiors at a later time. But you've still accounted for that. You've still put those in place. I put the small jumpers because at some point I do plan on putting minifigures in. And you pop in a minifig. Let me grab a minifig. Grab a minifig, pop it on the 1x1, and you're good to go. So it's basically setting up the build for those interiors, but if you have to order pieces or do anything exterior or have to focus on it later, those pieces are already in place as you do it. And you can always go back to it later. Because, I mean, you guys know me. I will start a build, and then I will have to wait on parts. Or a good example is, I know, like with the Friends set, the Central Perk, there's rumors that they're doing all the apartments. Okay. So basically, I am holding off on putting stuff in there. With that particular build, I'm not even plating or tiling anything. The reason for that is because I don't know what they're doing with the build. So if they do that at a certain point, then I can always add stuff in at a later time. That's cool. Minecraft has 2x4 jumpers. Okay, so I'm going to put this back, and I apologize, guys. I'm going to be... I won't... let me leave it up to you guys. So I have to do a couple things real quick because it's gotten windy. Our trash cans and everything are blowing. I don't know how long it's going to take me for me to grab that stuff. So I can go ahead and keep the stream live if you want, or I can shut it down and come back shortly if I can. Mods, please let me know what you guys want me to do. Do you want me to shut it down, come back in 15-20 minutes, or do you want me to keep it live and come back? No, I plan on coming back, but do you want me to shut down the stream and then come back, or just keep it live and I'll be back shortly? Mobrick says shut it down. Ned B, family first. Okay. Yeah, everybody's saying shut it down. John Evans says shut it down. Or no, sorry. Dion says go ahead, go for it, shut it down. John Evans, take care of business, then worry about the stream. Okay. So yeah, I apologize, guys. Stuff's blowing all over the house. I need to go lock everything down real quick. So I will be right back. I will be back as soon as possible, guys, and I will see you in a little bit. Again, thank you so much for hanging in there with me. I apologize for cutting it, but let me do the outro real quick because I want to make sure I take care of that. Hey everybody, I just wanted to give a quick shout out and thank you to all my Patreon supporters. It means a lot that you've taken the time to support what I do and appreciate all the effort that I put into both the videos and the streams. From the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. For those of you that are not members, please check out patreon.com/36bricks. That's patreon.com/36brix, and check out the packages that you could take advantage of to get more content. Have a great day.